A catastrophe the world wants to forget but never can. Titanic. Once they called it the ship of dreams. Today it is the symbol of human arrogance. Not even God could sink this ship. Most of us met the Titanic disaster through James Cameron's film. With its massive production and spectacle, the film almost teleported us back to the year 1912. It was not just a love story, it was the story of humanity's flashy war against nature. On the upper deck, Jack, a young painter returning to America after years in Europe. And Rose, a young woman being carried toward an engagement that feels like chains. He is a poor artist searching for freedom. She is a rich young woman living in a cage wrapped in gold. For others, this ship was a dream. For Rose, it was a kind of slave ship. This was an age when technology was advancing rapidly. People had begun to believe there was no problem they could not overcome. Titanic was humanity's show of power against nature. They were so arrogant, they called the ship unsinkable. They did not even add enough lifeboats to evacuate all the passengers. This was not just an engineering mistake. It was pure arrogance. Not even God could sink this ship. And that was exactly where fate smiled bitterly. Year 1912. Titanic left Southampton. Destination, New York. 4.5 days after departure, on a dark night in April 1912, it met a giant iceberg in the North Atlantic. 2 hours and 40 minutes of desperate, silent horror. And then more than 1,500 lives swallowed by the sea. Rose once said, "A woman's heart is a deep ocean of secrets." That night, the ocean swallowed thousands of secrets and dreams. Titanic was not just a story of Jack and Rose. It showed class divisions, the system, and how money can decide between life and death. First-class passengers survived at much higher rates than those in third class. From the outside, everything looked perfect. Inside, there were silent screams. But what if this story had not happened in 1912, but today? What if Titanic sailed today? 1912 versus today. Today, ships are tracked by satellite. Iceberg zones are mapped. Radar and sonar systems can detect dangers ahead of time. In 1912, captains sailed with their eyes and a few limited reports. Today, on the same route, a ship would receive multiple warnings long before getting this close to an iceberg. But would that stop the accident with 100% certainty? Our technology is powerful, but what about human error? Let us imagine the worst-case scenario. Titanic hits an iceberg again. Today, ships send automatic distress signals. The ship's location can be seen instantly by satellites and coastal stations. Nearby ships, coast guards, and rescue teams would be alerted within seconds. In 1912, help arrived late and with incomplete information. Today, within minutes, the whole world could see that point on a map. 1912, telegraph, limited communication, wrong coordinates. Today, satellites, GPS, live tracking. Titanic did not have enough lifeboats. There was not enough space for everyone on board. Today, international rules require enough lifeboat capacity for every single person on the ship. Emergency drills, evacuation plans, and trained crew, all of these could dramatically increase the number of survivors. In 1912, who you were and which class you traveled in determined your chance of survival. On paper today, everyone looks equal. But in a real crisis, how equal would we really be? In 1912, people read about it in newspapers days later. If it happened today, The hashtag number Titanic would trend worldwide within minutes. Live streams, drone footage, and first videos from the Coast Guard, the world would watch a great disaster in real time. Stock markets, insurance companies, governments, activists, environmentalists, everyone would react at the same time. Titanic sank, but the rules that followed have saved millions of lives. More lifeboats, mandatory. Radio watch, 24 hours a day, mandatory. Ice patrols and safer new routes. International maritime safety conventions. One ship sank. It marked an entire era, both as a love story and as the highest cost of arrogance. Today, we still build ships that we think are unsinkable. Systems we believe can never fail. Companies we think will never collapse. Economies we think can never be shaken. Maybe the real question is this: can we see our new Titanics in time? So what do you think? Could today's technology definitely save the Titanic? Or would human error still find a way? Share your thoughts in the comments. Should more silent documentary videos like this come next? Thank you for watching.